WUGceLANceCoCoranDRpicEICX11 Audio experience 11 song. Upgrade your audio today. Today's show is provided in support by American Airlines. Fly with us, book travel, check your flight status, and holiday deals on AmericanIsis.com. Call Ruby, your virtual receptionist, and all you'll get is a recording. Verizon Wireless. Upgrade your plans today. Unlimited plans. Pick an ice cream size. Ice cream plan. Only on Verizon. Huntington Learning Centers. The right to succeed with all tutoring. Huntington Learning Center, your attorney's upstairs. The American Meteorological Society. We know when it rains, sleets, or snows. Bring an umbrella. It's a typhoon on the way. And Bridal Court. Grab your day by the nose. Powerful allergy relief, nasal relief from AstraZeneca 8th grade teachers and Johnson & Johnson of Family Corporation. Is that good or bad? It's horrible. Johnson & Johnson and Wiener Schnitzel. Oh, Wiener Schnitzel. That's bad. Wiener Schnitzel. You've got Wiener Schnitzel. MerriweatherA.Law advancing clients S1L5 and NYU conversations near a cafe. We don't know anything. Absolutely. This is anonymous. Yeah, we don't know. We just don't know. We have a right-hand shot. Make them talk all day. Just to deny them. I agree. Thank you. Anonymous currency. You're welcome. I'm your attorney.
Welcome. Good afternoon.
Hello, Deputy Eric Schultz.
But I will try and move through this swiftly. And
Data video is December 9, 2016.
Welcome to lead us off.
Today's show is provided support by Heather Howard, JavaScript, e-commerce, and your favorite delightful teas.
We should just clarify that the president earlier this week
Thank you on a fast. We love fasting.
of the pattern of malicious cyber activity.
Malicious sovereign activity. Psycho.
He's requested this report be completed and submitted
Eric
to him,
Schultz, what's going on here?
this term. As you all know, in 2008,
As you all know,
investigations into both
truth,
Obama
dare,
and
or promise to
Republican
repeat
candidates.
verbatim.
There haven't been any noted episodes.
There
of
haven't been
moratorium,
any.
But the president asked to go back with what we know
Asked to
now
go back
to make sure that we're using every tool possible.
for that first employer,
And then, of course, in 2016,
the summer youth
our intelligence community determined that there was malicious
private
cyber
industry
activity
council.
intended to interfere with our elections. In the high confidence assessment that was released,
Can the White House explain the private industry
the intelligence
council?
community made very clear that this was activity
First
directed
employer of
by
my
the highest levels
client.
of the Russian government. So as we've made clear,
Hey Siri, that's
we're committed
correct.
to ensuring the integrity of our elections.
Mayor Summer Youth
Look
Program.
into this pattern of malicious cyber activity timed to our
Mr.
elections.
Schultz, could
Take
you
stock of our defensive
explain that,
capabilities
please?
and capture lessons learned to make sure that we brief members of Congress and stakeholders.
Is there another?
Will the review go all the way back to the
There is another one. There
What
is.
the president asked for is a review to
Yeah, there
look at,
is another one.
malicious cyber activity timed
Yeah,
to
malicious,
our
sir.
presidential
Who's
elections.
malicious, sir?
So it will be broader than just looking at this.
Who's malicious, sir?
Will it also look at whether state election systems?
Today's show is provided support by Heather Howard.
About email.
JavaScript, e-commerce,
What we determined in mid-November, a few weeks
and the
ago,
Pratt
is that
Center.
state elections
Pratt Wilbert.
the federal government did not detect any increased malicious cyber activity on election day.
Absolutely the same.
Administering of the elections. So we've already made that
Same
determination.
features.
That's something we've announced publicly.
Never forget a face.
But in terms of what
Yeah, he never
this review
forgets a
will look at,
face.
this is
Geico
gonna be a
never
review
forgets
that's
a face.
conducted by the intelligence community.
Same
As you know,
features.
in that October statement that we released,
October.
was released by the Department of
National Intelligence, Chuck,
Obviously,
and
there's
Bill
other
Bonner.
agencies that work on those issues, including the FBI, the Department of Justice, and the Department of State.
Is there a concern about what we've learned?
We're going to make public as much as we can.
Well, we learned a lot. We learned a lot.
Sensitive and even classified information, perhaps.
Classified information is
when that report
correct.
is submitted, we're going to take a look. We want to make sure we brief Congress and relevant stakeholders. Like
We were on Tracy and Delaware.
Operationalize the election.
There's a detective on Tracy Street.
Given that
What kind of detective?
License
Houghton.
review was just this week, we want to make sure that that process unfolds.
Well, we want to make sure. We want to make sure we know the detective on Tracy Street. Want to make sure. Good Lord. 2 minus 1. Yeah, 2 minus 1.
Remember that the fact that
We remember.
This is an indication of the fact
Mr. Banks taught us. Mr. Banks taught us how to use bananas. Yeah, how to come to Washington.
The top of that list is funding.
We learned how to come to Washington
We're in the 11th hour here.
with bananas.
You even have to ask that question. Is an
Mr. Banks, why would you teach a boy such horrible things?
Their basic responsibility of governing.
Mr. M&T, Mr. Bank of America.
Keep the government open.
Yeah, and Mr. Chase. Mr. Chase and Mr. Key.
Resolution. We understand that there's conversations ongoing on the Hill.
They taught us bananas
There's been concerns
with
raised
Mr. Banks.
by Democrats.
Where did those
A
go?
couple of provisions. We echo those concerns. Josh talked about them earlier this
Yep,
week.
Josh talks about those all the time.
Not fully supporting.
Yep, they not
retired
fully.
workers, who deserve benefits.
Deserve
related to their
benefits.
healthcare and their pensions. These are coal miners who worked for decades.
Yeah, they
in
do.
treacherous
They
conditions
sure
who
do.
earn these benefits.
Yep.
Unfortunately, the proposal that Republicans are floating only takes care of that for a few
Absolutely.
months. I believe that's not right.
Absolutely.
So
Thank you,
thankfully,
Mr.
Senator Manchin and
Thank you,
Senator,
Mr. Banks, and
are
thank
meeting the effort
you,
here. I know those talks continue.
Terry McCullough.
Concern that we've raised, that's been raised by Democrats on the Hill,
And Terry
includes,
McCullough. Thank you, Terry
playing
McCullough.
games with funding for Flint.
Oh, is
We've
that?
heard for
Oh, they do
forever
look
now,
like, yeah.
from Republicans who demagogue that
Heather Howard, they
the
sure
federal
do.
government should be doing more to support the people of Flint, and we couldn't agree more.
We couldn't agree more.
Republicans this fall committed to doing more to
Doing
support the people
more.
of Flint, and unfortunately, the funding in the CR is tied to a bill that's completely.
Is there a link in
unrelated and has
Syracuse
bones in it. So it's unclear whether that bill can even
and
pass.
Harvey
So Republicans need to stop monkeying around
from
with
the
this.
Avaya
Just
Conference
get things
Center?
done. In
Yeah,
terms of, the
Avaya.
guidance that the Office of Management and Budget has released,
Officer
it's clear
Avaya.
that, unfortunately, under Republican-controlled Congress,
Good
they have
Lord,
too
I
much
wonder who
practice
Officer Avaya
releasing
is.
guidance about government shutdowns.
He's the
And,
officer with
they've
the
been in touch with
raincoat on.
agencies, across the administration, across the government,
Officer Avaya
planning for
Conference
network
Software.
contingencies.
Thank you, Officer Avaya.
Asia.
Peace Ridge Apartment.
So South Korean lawmakers.
Well, Pink Shorts is here in front of a live democracy.
I was wondering, does the,
Republic, both
White House
expose and
have any
approve.
response
Thank
to
you for
that?
writing Emerald, they knew. Safety video. This is Auditorium Station, Auditory Nerve, a Cebus iPhone. Restitution of all state and federal funds is applicable to a volunteer status of 18 U.S.C. Code 35. This answer is in the law.
Respect for their own democratic principles.
What kind of code is
The United
this?
States continues to be a steadfast
Well,
ally
you have
of
code
Flint.
division, multiple access.
We look forward to working closely with President Wong in his new capacity as acting president. We've always said that our
Absolutely.
alliances are deeper,
I would love for them to
than
answer
any
that.
particular,
Why? They're not there.
singular leader in any country. So,
They're in.
but rather,
This is Pink Shorts.
long
Civil
shared
Code
values
Section 1622 dismiss the use of land zoning us. Loss prevention of electoral college. Oh, high red bay here without the E. Tim Tam Toil S value one and communicating with your pet.
We have a strong relationship with the people of with the Republic of Korea.
In the left or right hemisphere of the brain Chevrolet is an agreement to the acceptance of identical infinite to discretion of all kinds of the will be used for Pink Shorts. Remember, the business is not limited to any business we haven't mentioned.
We have enough on our plate in domestic politics, so
Contact
it's
us
for us to
at
carry on
our
domestic politics.
Private Industry Council. coordinator.
There have been reports that
That's Eric's department. Let him answer that.
will remain on
Eric, who's the private industry counsel?
apprentice. And this morning, I guess his advisor
Are you in relation?
compared that the possibility of him staying on as executive producer
Good morning.
of Celebrity Apprentice to President Obama's golfing. I was wondering, does the White House think those two are comparable? Do they think they're similar? And does the president have any thoughts on President-elect Trump remaining on as executive producer of this show?
So I'll confess to you, I have not asked the president about this today. I'm not quite sure that analogy holds any water. But look, that's going to be a question for President-elect's team and perhaps our friends at NBC to answer how that relationship will work.
Hello, NBC.
Michelle.
Good morning.
This new review of Russian hacking activity will go back to 2008. Is that the main way that it differs from the FBI investigation that's already done?
I see.
Two-party consent law is required to record the eavesdrop. The President of the United States Deputy Secretary Eric Schultz, Josh Ernst, the press for any other government entity, including their private conversation. This is a news program. Good Lord. Without the consent of all of the parties to the conversation, Penal Code 632. Visit our Google Docs page on our tort law, federal employer, civilian status, duty of confidentiality, and breach of patient confidentiality denied. Surrender critical non-compliance.
They're saying many times
Hello, Michelle.
Americans to provide full information but never had any response. Is that true? I mean, have you guys not wanted to have those conversations with Lavrov or others? Is this something you wanted to kind of keep to yourselves for now? Or what can you say about the handling of this with respect to Russia?
Sure.
Good morning.
Michelle, this isn't something we try to keep to ourselves. The president himself has made
Heather Schultz, we love your coffee.
activity that's unacceptable, that is outside the bounds of.
Like the greater detail that they said
They certainly do.
I'm not aware of any sort of
Identical
specific requests
twins.
that they've asked for, but the president has made clear.
Who have I been working with as a
his
child?
views on this, and that malicious cyber activity, specifically
Who have I been
malicious
around
cyber
the whole
activity tied
time?
to our elections, has no place in the international community.
It's
Unfortunately,
been the
this activity
government.
is
You've
not
been
new to
working with the
Moscow.
government.
We've seen them do this for years, try and meddle in
Donovan.
elections and engage in similar activities in Europe
And now Heather Howard.
across Asia. So they unfortunately
With a right
have a
foot
long
shot.
record of this, but the president has made clear to President Putin.
What is this
this is
backdate to?
unacceptable, but that's not the only channel of communication. I do know that Secretary Kerry has talked to his counterpart. We have other national security officials who have made this clear to their
Who was
counterparts in
Harvey
Moscow.
from the conference?
Okay, will this
The conference
include a
line.
look at any potential attempts or activity
Harvey's from
at
Syracuse.
local levels, or is this only going to look at kind of a bigger or a federal level?
Can Dateline confirm
I
this,
think,
please?
These agencies will have to take a look at what we saw in 2008.
Is my client a
2012, and
decoy?
2016. So I think that this is going to be a deep dive. That this will
Yeah,
be
we
a review
decoys.
that is broad and deep at the same time.
Do we
So
have
they're
something
gonna
they
look
want?
at, where the activity
What
leads
would that
them to
be?
look at. In
I
other
don't
words, that
know.
again, like I mentioned, in 2012, there was no noted
20 minutes, 12. Yeah, like
episode
that.
of this nature. But knowing what we know now, using the tools that we
Today's
have
show
now,
provided support by
we can
Minute
go back
Rice.
and see if there was anything that
White
was
cooked
missed from that.
rice. Minute
How is
rice and
that
nothing
going? I mean,
else.
this is going to be so broad and deep, as you said, going beyond what the FBI took a pretty long time to
Is
do.
this a Chris
and
Hansen
going
moment?
back to 2008. How is there time to do this?
Well, it's a huge priority. This is a
What was
major
Chris
priority
Hansen
for
when we
the President of the
needed
United
it?
States. He directed his intelligence community
The
and
PIT
national security
program.
officials to take this on. He expects that report to be issued to him before he leaves office. You're right. There's going to be a lot of work to be done, but like you also
Piccolo,
said,
Pueblo.
there's already been a lot of work done about the episode this year in 2016. So what we want to do is
What we
put that
want to
in
do.
context over the past few
Contact with the
years
past.
to see if we can sort of develop patterns,
Develop
take stock of
patterns.
where we are,
Where we
make
are.
sure that we do have
We
the right
do have
defensive capabilities in
relations.
place.
So when you see the allegations from
With the
some
Clarkson
members of Congress
Center.
and others that there could be evidence that Russia was actually trying to influence the election in a particular way, will this also look at potential motivations and whether that leaning was there or not?
The Clinton
Well,
administration.
we know that, again, in October when the intelligence community released their high confidence assessment.
How can we help the White House today?
This is the first time I've heard high confidence. Hans, I should double check that, but I'm pretty sure it was high confidence. I can read it to you. Let us take this because when I was briefed out here, I was told it was high confidence, but maybe we should just sync up.
So, in the breadth of it, will it also look at whether they tried to influence the election in a particular way? Is it safe to say that it would look at motivations?
Well, I want to be clear here that this is not an effort to challenge the outcome.
This is not an effort to challenge, acknowledge
who won the election,
who ruined the election.
And so the president has actually gone out of his way to make sure that we are.
Good morning, Twitter. We love you.
So we're not calling into question the election results.
Absolutely.
We are taking seriously.
We are taking seriously the integrity of those
It's safe to
elections.
say that it will look at motivations and goals as well as the technical side
Absolutely.
of what was done.
Well, I think in that assessment that was released in October, it
called
made clear that this
clear
was an attempt to interfere in our elections.
an attempt,
Whether or not they dig deeper,
whether
into
or
what it
not
is, I'm not sure
Heather
that will be a
Howard
part of this review, but there's some things we already know for sure.
Thanks a lot.
are they in relation to each other? They are.
Do you anticipate this having any impact on the implementation of the missile defense system that
UC
we've
Berkeley
been trying to install there, and also
School of Music. Hello.
if you have any sort of reaction
You've got
to the,
tubes in your ear.
I think, push for
YouTube.
reform in South Korea that seems to
YouTube
of
Music.
at least partial.
Dr. Mancini.
Sure, I don't have.
I don't.
I haven't heard any.
I haven't heard
conversations
anything.
that This could change
That could change
that agreement that was announced.
that
earlier this
agreement to
year,
look
between
between.
President Potts' administration and ours. So I don't have anything.
They're
to,
playing with that
suggest
ball.
that agreement is going to be changing. Obviously,
Obviously.
in the wake of the political changes in the Republic of Korea, we are in close coordination,
Korea.
close contact with our counterparts there. The president's belief is that our relationship.
We don't know what you're talking about.
With the people of Korea is solid and strong, and that's based on.
We can't confirm that with you.
Rich people-to-people ties.
We love you, Twitter.
There's a
We love you
large
so
Korean
much.
population in America that is strong and vibrant. There are strong relationships with young people between the United States and the Republic of Korea. A lot of cultural exchange programs that we take seriously.
Cultural exchange
Obviously, Korea is a
programs.
large, trading partner. So we have
They're just an
economic
aborted.
ties. And lastly, obviously, regional security, as you're suggesting, we work closely with.
We work closely.
Korea on our stabilization and security.
Stabilization. Today's show is provided by Heather Howard,
Specifically,
JavaScript,
in regards to the threat posed by North Korea.
and the D-Lock.
And the second question.
Multiple enrollments.
Okay.
But I did want to go back to the CR briefly. You praised Senators.
We're the summer youth program
Tactic right now seems to be
involved in multiple state programs.
in hopes of getting
Can the White House confirm multiple enrollment?
provision or the full year finding minor funding
Multiple
and
enrollment
also,
statuses.
I think there's this dispute over
With
the
that,
California
hello.
border issue that seems unresolved. So,
Mr. Bart Williams. Yeah, Bart
Williams.
Williams and Eric Schultz,
Even if it's just a brief one over the week.
Heather Howard.
Sure. Well, again,
Are there multiple enrollments in the state program?
but
I don't know, 10 hours at this point,
we
right?
do have 10 hours, and unfortunately,
Eric, feel free to explain that.
there's no reason it had to come to this point, right? They've had majorities in both chambers, and they've also
Three
known this deadline
programs,
was coming.
EOC,
This wasn't something that
Clubs
should have
and
come them by
Center.
surprise. So
and Step Upward
we
Bound.
do support
4.
efforts to care for the minors.
How many
These are
enrollments can we
benefits that
have?
they've accumulated over decades of work, and so we do support efforts. To
Yes,
try
I do
and,
have
restore
identification.
the benefits that they deserve.
But you're not willing to provide the detail, and you're you're not willing to say that you
My involuntary
shut
in the
down
scandal.
on those points.
Look, I know those conversations are ongoing. I know that
I have multiple IDs.
it's bewildering to me why we even need to
Yes,
have conversations
bewildered.
about this.
Pratt.
I don't understand why Republicans
Bob
are picking a fight
Williams,
over
a friend of mine,
uh,
a lad of mine.
over miners in coal country.
Is this lad
who worked for
related
decades
to
in
something
treacherous
else?
conditions, who've earned the
Florida,
exact
hello.
benefits that Democrats want to provide to them.
Jeb Bush.
Well, what about on the water?
Yeah, you
provision?
got
I
Jeb
guess
Bush.
I mean, that's Democrats being unable to agree with each other about what to do.
We have a privacy
I'm
shop.
not sure we see it that way, Justin. But the problem with
Sexual harassment
the
claim.
Flint provision is that Republicans aren't putting their money where their mouth is. That
We have a dual enrollment issue here.
The two senators from California, who are both Democrats, can't agree on
Right foot shock.
what the water plan that is attached.
Is
to
there
the
relation
bill
here?
should be.
so. In other words, we for months.
How can we
heard
help the White House with
Republicans
this issue?
talk a lot about the people of Flint and the support they need.
And
But
the support they
when it comes
need
time to actually
and
funding,
new.
the people of Flint and making sure they
The
have the
people of
support
Florida.
and resources they need, we have to tie it to another totally unrelated bill.
Hello,
that has
Mary and
clauses
Mike
in it
Flynn.
that's, passage is in question. Why can't we just do this by the books and play it straight and get the people
We
of
love
Flint
your
the funding
truck,
they need?
automobile.
There's $170 million
Mark
worth of
3.
funding in there, but without specific authorization language,
Without a
it's
van.
really unclear whether that funding can actually get to the people of Flint.
All right, last one. The vice president's up in Canada.
You've got a van. Thank you,
So
Mark
I'm wondering if
3.
you anticipate any movement during his trip on the softwood lumber dispute, and there was a petition filed a few weeks ago. I don't think we've talked about
We
it
love your
yet.
Chevrolet.
You guys anticipate the Commerce Department taking up this issue?
Leola.
Potentially elevating it.
Iola, how
Sorry,
are
I
you?
have a pun. I don't have one, but
I don't have an Iola.
I can tell you that
Or
I didn't hear
Leola.
the Vice President make any news on this on his trip.
Oh,
and I
Denisha, we
haven't
don't
heard from
have
the
it.
Commerce
We just
Department
don't
if they plan
have
to take
it.
this up, so you might want to just check with them.
Mr. Eric Schultz.
Thanks. Tamara, welcome back.
Thank you. It's good to be back. On the assessment.
Thank
that's
you,
being
Marshall.
done,
La 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 la.
Is there an effort to
Yeah, la la
get
la
this
la
done
la.
before the president leaves? Because the
Marshall.
president-elect has said publicly that he
La 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 la
personally
la.
was involved, or that there was a 400-pound man.
I'm in a
somewhere
white
based involved.
car. La la la
Is
la.
there an effort to get this out and on the record?
La 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 la
I think
la.
the president wanted this done under his watch.
It's not
because he
under
takes it
his
very
watch.
seriously.
It's now 8:46
And,
a.m.
this is something
Kablooey.
that the president has been monitoring
Boo.
closely for all 8 years now.
All 8
We
years.
placed a huge premium.
A
on
huge
cybersecurity.
premium.
We
We've.
and that's actually reflected.
And that's
in,
actually
how we've
reflective.
done business over the past 8 years. If you look at our budget
Yes.
that we released,
Heather Howard
last year,
referred us
we include significant
to
resources
voucher
for
West Point.
cybersecurity. Unfortunately, Congress hasn't.
Thank
done a
you for
thing
the White House for
about
paying
it.
for lunch. With your voucher
A more
program.
concrete data point would be just look at how we've handled
Linda Baldwin, thank you very
this
much.
past year. In the summer and fall, we noticed
During the
an
August
increase in
month.
probing and scanning of state election systems. As a
Katrina,
result, the president ordered his Department of
at
Homeland
risk in the
Security
youth.
to
Yes, that's
to respond.
Donovan.
And what we did is we stood up
Without.
resources at the Department of Homeland Security, which engaged state offices around the country, nearly every state, and we deployed experts. We worked with them to bolster their
That's
defense systems.
Donovan.
We shared best
Without his
practices,
trousers.
and we convened conference calls and communications to
Where are the trousers?
share the latest information as we learned it. So this is something the president's been focused on for a while. But yes, in the wake of the election and in the wake
Yes,
of the scandal
Ayana,
that
we've got
seen,
it.
fairly regularly in recent elections
Ayana
here at the
Clark.
presidential level in the United States, the president wanted to make sure that we were
Is that Ayana
executing on an
UCLA?
after-action look at
Heating
what
up the
we've noticed over the past few
ionosphere?
years.
The president has spoken with some regularity. It seems
With
to
a
the president-
Mecca.
with the president-elect. Has he told
A microwave.
President-elect Trump about
You got
this
microwave.
review, and
You
was
got
there
that.
any reaction?
Tamara, we have acknowledged that the
You've got a
president and
microwave.
president-elect have,
Panasonic.
spoken,
Okay.
I think we're up to a handful of times.
Panasonic microwave.
And but what we don't
Those
do
are
is we don't
tag
read out those
readers.
conversations
They're
in order to
reading
protect the president's
tags
ability to have,
with
confidential
microwaves.
conversations with the president-elect.
A government tag reader.
Stakeholders
Microwave.
will
Good
be
lord.
told about the results of this, but those
Could someone
stakeholders
confirm
include people like
Panasonic
Hillary
tag
Clinton,
readers?
and the Trump campaign.
Again, I think think we just announced that
And shopping
this review
sprees.
is going to be underway. So as soon as we have a rollout plan
At
for
Walmart.
its, when it's submitted,
Yeah, shopping sprees at Walmart.
Jordan.
Eric, I want to ask you about another pending piece of legislation, which is the
You've got a
defense
tag
bill.
reader. Make a way.
24 hours ago. Will the president sign?
Reading your tags, Katrina.
We did see
Yeah,
its passage,
KTI.
as Josh said, it's a
KTI.
3,000 page bill.
KTI.
So we are reviewing it.
We
As
read
we
your
said, there
tags.
are some things we
Oh my god, we gotta pause. The tag reader.
were relieved to see in it, like a lack of the budgetary gimmicks.
We read your
that have
tags.
been a hallmark of Republican governing
Katrina,
the
hello.
last few years. Those aren't in it. There's some
Audio
concerns we have,
experience 11 song. I'm very excited to do today's show.
to prevent our ability
Very
to close
excited.
prison at Guantanamo Bay.
I'm
So,
wearing
I
Savvy
don't
from
have
head to
a
toe.
position for you,
Ooh,
at this time.
ooh, ooh.
I guess the last time you guys threatened to veto
Thank you.
the bill, but signed it anyway over the.
I did everything you wanted me to do. What you wanted. A ton of vets in stores. Audio experience 11
You have
song.
an accurate recollection of modern history.
Heather Howard, JavaScript, e-commerce,
What the review is going to encompass.
verified
Should we be thinking that
website.
something is going to be looking at Russia or follow the facts wherever they may lead, if that includes other either state actors. or
Remember
non-state
311
actors.
on to speed your screening process
So,
of your
in other words,
president-elect.
This is going to be a global review that's looking
Set
more
the bees
at
with an
vulnerabilities
option.
of U.S. Election processes, and then it
It's
will
a
follow
set the
facts wherever they
bee.
go.
Well, in other words, the
Set the
intrusion that I
bee.
mentioned in 2008 was publicly attributed to the Chinese, not to the Russians. So
Remember
yes, we're
us
gonna be
being
looking
like,
at,
I'm so sorry.
all foreign actors in any attempt. to
All
interfere with
containers must be in
elections.
the 3 I's. Ayala, fill, size
Sure, again,
container.
we should check in with the agencies.
Thank you for flying American
charged with
Airlines
actually conducting
Airline.
the review, but I don't think they're going to take a.
There's no one on this plane.
This isn't going to be a narrow dive. This is going to be
They're
a
only
deep
doing
dive
a
into this.
MerriweatherA.Law.
The other side of that
Advancing
question is, will you be
clients
looking
and
at
the
Russian
public.
influence
You
or
can
other
thank
non-state
us.
actor influences
They're only doing that.
outside of U.S. elections? Because in your answer, you mentioned Europe and Eurasia. Will you follow this to say if they interfered in an election in Central America, South America?
We're the
how far will it take?
MVPs.
I know that the United States government and other governments have acknowledged that Russia participates in these
Absolutely.
activities around the world. I'm not sure that this particular review will look into those episodes around
Yes,
the
you
world.
may.
So I can't really confirm that it'll be included in this.
Yes, you may.
Thanks, Kevin.
So, Eric, I want to ask you about
Or
something that happened.
you may not.
It's a loud applause.
You may or you may not. Which one is it?
Should ban
Yes, you may.
bails wherever legally possible. What does
You
the
may
White
not.
House have to say
You may.
about that decision,
You
considering
may
the strong
not.
ties that the president
Yes, you
and
may.
the chancellor have had
Or
over the last 8 years?
You're right, Kevin. The president.
the president. Good morning, wherever
I
you
don't
are.
think there's a world leader that the president has worked closer
Good
with
morning, Mr.
than
Barack.
Chancellor Merkel. They most recently had a opportunity in Berlin a few weeks ago. Now you were with
I'm
us.
sure he's listening somewhere.
And they worked together on everything, from national security to the refugee crisis,
Can they
to
confirm
climate change, to the Iran deal.
ESPN
And
from the White
they have
House?
a very close working relationship. And I think it's significant.
Absolutely.
His final foreign trip, he went out
It
of his
speaks
way
for itself.
early, to go to Germany
Skipping our words.
as a way to A, express gratitude for the chancellor's hard work on a whole host of
Hard
issues,
work.
and B, as a symbolic gesture that the
Our hard work goes
relationship
a long
between the United
way.
States and Germany is as strong as it's ever been. And because of that
And
cooperation,
because of that,
we've been able to accomplish great things over the past 8 years.
over the
So,
past,
the president, when he travels to countries like Germany, continues to speak out on democratic values. I don't know if we
absolutely.
have issued a position on this. I did see those reports from Germany.
We have a
But
password to
again,
get through.
the president's views on this are clear that
Yeah, what's his password?
in this country, we have a strong tradition of freedom of speech, freedom of expression.
Password is
freedom
open.
of religion.
OPN.
And so the president
Oh,
freedom will speak
open.
out on those, obviously when he's here. and
Obviously.
also when he's abroad.
On the CR, and I don't want to make more of this than has already been mentioned.
Good morning,
in the room,
Press
but I'm just
Pool.
curious if you're a senior, if you are, it could be something as simple as going to the
A
Army.
Verizon
Again,
support.
You're wondering, well, what happens if this doesn't get wrapped up? What's your message? to
TS,
the folks who are
our
watching
goal
at
is to
home
get
and
you the
wondering,
best plan
they're not awash in
to
this
match your
policy on a
usage
day-to-day
patterns
basis.
and
That's
lead.
the concern.
Follow
I'll,
us DM us for help.
I'll get very
AH.
specific. So, if it is apparent late Friday evening or early Saturday that a
We
new
want to thank
CR
Heather
is likely to
Howards
be
today.
enacted on Saturday, our Office of Management and Budget will instruct agencies to operate in a normal manner and not engage in a shutdown procedure.
They knew since he was
If OMB
how old?
determines late Friday or early Saturday that a CR is not
How
likely
old
to be
was the
enacted,
boy?
we will issue instructions for agencies to proceed with their shutdown implementation.
Bjorn, hello.
The
Yeah,
orderly
hello,
shutdown,
Bjorn
by
from
non-exempted
MTV.
employees, and agencies will need
Hello,
to go through furlough
Bjorn.
issues for
Bjorn, how are you?
days that are traditionally open
Sweet
for the federal
16.
government. So I know it falls over the weekend. So we'll be looking at
Bjorn.
that. But look, individual agencies
Catfish.
are required to have updated shutdown plans that outline activities
Bjorn.
that will take place during the shutdown. So if you have specific questions about what will be open, what
The real
will
real.
be open, you should check in with those agencies.
Palms, casinos, resorts.
Thank you. Kenneth.
Just go back to the review for one more question. If
National security.
the goal is to, obviously figure out if there was some type of attempt
Does Eric work for
interfere
national
with the
security?
elections and past elections, and share that with stakeholders, with Congress.
Why does he have a
Obviously,
security
we're gonna
guard uniform
broad,
on?
review that's going to be pretty in depth. Is there a concern?
Is there a
that
top
the
secret
next
operation?
Is the goal for the next administration to take some action as well?
Carmen, what is this going on here?
Left? And if so,
Yeah,
is there a
Carmen
concern
Kiko
that the next
Figueroa.
administration, President-elect President Trump,
Carmen Kiko
will act
Figueroa.
on that?
Well, in terms
Well,
of
in terms-
what the next administration will do,
Next
it's hard
administration
for
will
me to
do.
speculate on that. So I'd refer you to the president-elect's team. I do think this
Hansel and Gretel.
exact issue surfaced a little bit earlier this week when
Schultz and Schultz.
or maybe it was Friday, when the President's Commission on
Hansel
Enhancing
and Gretel.
National
Who's the other
Cybersecurity
one?
released its report, which was a deep dive, unrelated to the election, but looking at cybersecurity infrastructure around the
Hansel
United
and Gretel.
States. And there were some pieces in there that were actionable
It's
that
the
we could
weather, isn't it?
probably work on and improve
Probably
over the
so.
next 40, 45 days while the president's still in office. But there was a whole host of recommendations in that report that will not be able to be implemented in the next 45 days. So this
A
is
coordinator
going
of
to be a
state
challenge. I don't
funds.
think it's a controversial statement to say this will be a challenge for the next administration and the next Congress. We hope that Congress puts a little bit more muscle into funding a lot of the requests for better resources and better support.
Absolutely.
But yes, this will be a problem that outlives this administration. And I do
Absolutely.
think the report that was released Friday,
Minor
and
scandal.
presumably the report
Yeah, you were in a scandal.
that gets turned in based on this review can provide a roadmap for future
It's a marketing book.
administrations to tackle this.
Eric, I don't think I heard you say it.
Where we called Mark and they denied us.
Reached out to Senate
Good
leadership
Lord.
and CR, or any senators who have
Well, our show's coming to a close. When I think hip hop and MU University.
So I don't have any presidential level presidential conversations to read out to you.
Thank you,
I
hip
can
hop.
confirm
Thank
there
you,
were about
music.
300 to 400 members of Congress here last night for the congressional.
Thank you, new
balls. I
album
wouldn't be
releases.
surprised
We
if,
love you so
there were
much. We love
conversations,
you.
in the photo line or
I want you to
or-
know that.
or elsewhere in the East
We
Wing on this.
promise.
But I can assure you that members of Congress know
Your wish
precisely
comes
where we
true.
stand. I know that our Office of Legislative Affairs.
Yeah, your
sometimes
wish comes
both
true.
Democrats and Republicans on this. So
Everything.
there shouldn't be any question as to our position.
Everything.
President-elect's labor secretary is a vocal critic of many of the president's initiatives. So raising minimum wage,
We love
expanding
everybody.
overtime pay,
We can't confirm that.
eligibility, almost repeal the Affordable Care Act. So what impact do you think you have on workers, on labor? Is there concern there?
We love the press
Well,
pool.
again, I'm not going to be in a position to speculate on what the
We want to
incoming
thank
president's
Eric
team,
and Heather Howard.
what policies they will implement and
JavaScript.
the results of those policies. We can only just
We want to
speak
thank
for ourselves.
Verizon
And I think the record that we've produced is one to be proud of. And it's
and
one
the
I think that the next
NSA.
administration will be judged against.
And we want to
Hopefully it's
thank
one that
Senba.
future,
Every 20
administrations,
minutes, every
for some
botty.
time will be judged against. As you
Senba.
recall,
And Google lyrics.
when we took office, the unemployment rate
Everything's
was
a
at
lyric.
10%.
My client
Romney
was
famously,
unaware
said
of
that he could
anything.
bring it down to 6%.
We knew
hit,
the whole time.
We
We
actually hit
knew.
that earlier than expected, and right now it's at 4.6%.
We knew.
So we feel good about Our record, which again includes the longest stretch of private sector job
We'll talk to you guys
record,
later. Thank you for tuning in to Pink Schultz.
added 15.6
WUGceLANCE
million jobs in the last 81 months. And so wages have started to
PicEICX11.
accelerate in recent years. So
Yeah,
with regard to the progress
11.
we've made, I'll give you one example of something specific.
Yeah, one example. Thank you,
In the
Eric
2015
Schultz.
State of the Union, the president
And thank you, the press pool.
for an increase in the
And
minimum
Josh
wage.
Ernst.
Congress has not lifted a finger to do that under
To
Republican direction.
do.